to lock in your trades, and you also want to protect your downside at the same time. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another edition of AmericanDreamTrading.com's education and training on futures. My name is Mark McSee. I am the host for AmericanDreamTrading.com's futures trading and education. American Dream Trading was created and is owned by Chad Christian. We call him Coach, as he coaches us on how to navigate the muddy waters of the things that are the stock market, whether it's stock options, futures, crypto, day trading, long-term trading, swing trading, dividend investing, you name it, Coach teaches on it. We're glad you could be here today, and thank you for everyone for being here. If you could do me a favor on your social media networks, if you could click like, share, and subscribe, and also check your little notification bell there so that you're notified every time one of these broadcasts occur. And these live free broadcast outreaches from AmericanDreamTrading.com occur 3 times each and every day. Coach is live from 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern Time. I'm live from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Time with futures. And then we have our aftermarket show on live over on our YouTube channel, American Dream Trading, with our host, Don, and they discuss things that happen during the day when the markets are closed. They get in there and educate on different subjects. Don usually has a theme of the day. And sometimes they just get in there and just plain chit chat, have a good time. So it's a really laid back type of thing where it's not so much focused entirely on training, but it can be, and it is. But it's a little bit more relaxed look there. So I welcome everybody that's here today. If you have a question, please go ahead and type them in to your chat box there, and we will do our best to answer those questions for you. Right now, I cannot see the TikTok feed for some reason. Do one of our paid members have that up that they can monitor that for me? Having a connection issue here with TikTok. I can see YouTube just fine. Do one of our paid members have see us on TikTok or not?
Yeah, I'm on TikTok. I see you, Mark.
Okay. Yeah, this is something just on my end here. I may have to relog in or something. I don't know. But anyway. All right. So if you would do me a favor there, Timo, if you're going to be here for a while, if you see a question, just go ahead and make me aware of it relating to futures. So what we try to do here is, as an outreach of AmericanDreamTrading.com, we try to give you a little bit of education on all things future trading related. This is a free service out to all our social media networks, and we will try to answer your questions as time allows. And we may even conduct some live trades in the process. You see on my chart right now on my screen is TradingView. It's a charting software independent of American Dream Trading. We don't have anything to do with this. What we do use this for, though, this coach has his 2.0 indicators. Version 3 is soon to be coming out. And these are coach's indicators that he has found work the best for the type of trading that we do. Is there other indicators you can use? Yep. Use whatever indicator you want. But with Coach, he's used them all at one time or another. And it's not that the other indicators do not have a value. He's just through his 33 years of experience, he found out that some of these really kind of just meet the needs of how we trade here. So we use these. It only works. These indicators here only work in TradingView, and these are provided to our paid membership. If you have a VIP, a VIP Gold, a crypto, or a futures trading membership, these are included in your membership. Now you still have to go purchase a subscription on your own outside of ADT for TradingView. It's called TradingView. You can go to tradingview.com, and they have 3 packages, different levels and prices. And again, each level has its benefits, just like American Dream Trading's memberships. We have different levels, and we have a basic level all the way up on up, and each level provides even more than the previous level. So membership has its privileges. Just the same way as a subscription package of TradingView, you get the least amount of features on the basic package versus their top tier package. You only need the basic tier package, however, to do what you see on my screen here. Okay. Now, my screen is a little bit different. These over here on the side are I use Webull as my broker. These here over on the right side above my head and right directly behind my head are actually widgets that I've detached from my Webull screen. I use Webull as a broker, and I'm able to kind of sort of split my screen up a little bit and combine with my L2 and different things here on the side. So I'm kind of using two systems at once. Now I do have, obviously I have my Webull account, and it's over here on the side, so I can come over here and share the screen here. There's my Webull account right there. There's my Webull software, okay, and it has different widgets and things on it too. So I can use either or. Since I've incorporated, I can link my Webull account inside of the TradingView charting software, and now I can also conduct trades. I can pull up a trading widget here, and I can, you know, now this is paper trading, so I can enter a trade right here, right now, and I can, get in and out of it that quick. So what you see is a simulated account. TradingView offers it, so does Webull and any other broker. Okay. Um, This is a simulated account, what we call paper trading. How do you know I'm paper trading? Well, you can see at the bottom of my screen. It's kind of hard to see it on your screen with that disclaimer scroll there, but at the very bottom it says it's on paper trading mode. You really can't see that here with, I don't know if I can slide that up enough that you can see it now because it'll go up on my other screen. I have 5 screens here, so. But at the very bottom, it says I'm in paper trading mode. So I'm not trading with my real money because I am in training mode, and I get distracted while I'm talking to you fine folks. So I'm not going to risk my real money while I am talking and answering questions. So now, well, why do I even have paper trading? Well, number one, to protect my own account while I'm talking to you fine folks. But it also, the main purpose of a simulated account that all your brokers will provide you with their software is that I can practice without wrecking my account, my real money, right? I can practice getting in and out of trades, learn how to do that, become comfortable with the software. It's like any other software. When you first started using it, you have to learn what buttons press and what this does and that does. So that gives you time to practice before you really start trading with real money. And we never want you to trade with real money while you are training. Okay. Let me get a quick drink here. Excuse me. I'm talking a lot today. Prior to this, one of the benefits of our futures membership is that our members have access to an open mic. They can open their mic up and ask a question to me directly or talk to any other member in here directly. And we can ask questions and deep dive into things. And during the training, it's fully customizable. If they have a question, they can open their mic at any time. Matter of fact, they can open their mics right now and say hello if they would like to let you know that there are real people in
Are we real or are we robots?
here. You're
Good
paid.
afternoon.
You're a paid actor.
Hello, hello, hello.
Checks in the mail.
Checks in the mail. Thank you very much. So now, does every member open their mic and talk at any given time? No, they don't. There's people in here that I've never heard their voice because they just don't feel comfortable talking in a mic for whatever reason. Neither good nor bad, right? It's a lot easier to
Hey,
open
Mark.
your mic. Yes, open your mic and ask a question than it is to type it. But we do have a Zoom chat box within our live Zoom call that they can do that too, just like you can on your social medias. Okay, you have a
Yeah, no, there was a
question?
question in the chat. Luis on TikTok is asking about advice on shorting SPX.
Well, I don't play SPX. That is its own ball game. That is not a futures. However, I can play the S&P 500, right? Which is, which is the oops, wrong button there. Hang on here. I screwed it all up. Hang on here. Just messed my chart up. There it goes. Now I clicked the wrong button. What did I do there? Um, I can go in here and trade the S&P 500. Okay, so Well, it's ES is what it is. I can look at either ES, which is the same thing, right? How do you short it? Well, you can into futures, right? Would I want to short this right now? Nope, not at all. Well, I don't know if I'd go that far, but I don't have any lines here on this one, but I can slap some line. Let me go to my MES chart. Same thing. It's just the micro version of SPY/SPX. Remember, the futures are the father of SPY, right? Everything, all the movements are based off of this. So those are the child. Would be the parent, right? This is where this futures are the parent of the stock options of any of those sectors that are in there. So right now, SPY is kind of coming up here, or SPY. It is SPY. I'm so used to calling SPY also because I trade stock options. That's where I came from originally, right? I gained experience and knowledge and education trading stocks and stock options. So yeah, you'll hear me call it SPY still once in a while. Slip of the tongue, but it's ES in the futures market, right? This is the micro version of it, which is the smaller, more affordable version of the ES, the 10th of the size, 10th of the margin requirement. It's also a 10th of the payout, right? So if I bought 10 micros, it would equal 1 ES. But because of our transaction fees, it makes more sense to buy 1 ES than it does to buy 10 micros financially, because you have transaction fees with every contract. Right now, it's kind of in a limbo. It's at a level here that I have drawn on my chart. Plus, with my indicators, they're all crunched together. So this could go either way. If this breaks and holds above here, yes, I could go long on that, right? Now I got to watch levels as it goes up, whereas it stopped previously moving up the chart here, right? So if I had some lines for my levels on here, right, I can do that. Same thing if it comes down. Of course, I have a level down here to 6094-ish area. Could I tweak that a little bit? Yeah, I could probably tighten that up a little bit to there. But I have some key indicators that this is holding up on right now. The biggest one is VWAP. If it breaks and holds above VWAP, well then yeah, I can go short on that. I can very easily come up here, right? But I'm going to wait on a break and hold because this has not made it a definitive move down. Will it? Yeah. Am I going to give up some profit by not jumping in? Potentially. But I'd rather give up a few pennies than give up a bunch of dollars because this is just now breaking down. And then it may stop down here and bounce off of it anyway. So I would give it a little bit of time. But let's say if I wanted to enter this, okay? Let's just say I enter this now. Oh, I didn't have a stop loss there. Always trade with a stop loss too, by the way. Did click my little button there to put my stop loss in automatically. So if this does pull back way up to here, it'll stop me out and I'll be out 50 bucks, 56 bucks. But yet I'm giving it room to move. And if this comes down below where I bought it at, then I can move my stop down and lock in my profits. I jumped in that earlier than I would in real life, but is it working out for me? Well, I'm down 12 bucks, right? But see, it hasn't had a confirmation candle. Now it's trying one right now. I like to see another confirmation before I jump in personally. Now I'm up 12 bucks, right? On this. So if it comes down here and breaks through this line, I will start moving my stop down, tightening it up a little bit. I could even go up here and put it just a hair above VWAP because if it goes back to VWAP, it might have to break through. Now, can I lock in my profit? Yeah, I can tighten it up if I want to, right? I can move this down. Now I'm using my stop. I'm guaranteed to make $6 out of this little trade, right? As I move that down, if this pulls clear back up here, there it goes. I just guaranteed myself a green trade right there because that pulled back and hit my stop. So I guaranteed now it's going back up. See, I would be losing money right now. So that's how you use stops to lock in profits also. Again, the first intent of a stop is to limit your losses to a certain dollar amount because you have to give it room to move. You see look how much this one actually moved around. So you have to keep your stop at a certain distance away to give it that room to move as it goes either down or all the way up, depending if you're on a long and a short. So now, if the question was related, do I buy a short now or do I buy a long now? That would not get answered. And there's a reason for that, because we are not a call out group, right? American Dream Trading is an educational group. We try to educate you on how to make good decisions on whether to enter a trade. And I kind of verbalized out loud what my criteria was for me getting into this. It had that confirmation candle and I got in. Now, unfortunately, it come down here and hit these levels that it didn't like and it bounced right back up, but I still made profit. a little bit, but I still made some, right? You can do that all day long, in and out, right? We're not a call out group. I'm not going to say, oh, buy here, but you got to buy it right here. Oh, no, now get out. We don't do that. We don't say buy SPY, get out of SPY, buy SPY. We don't do that. Not a call out group. Those type of groups are a dime a dozen, especially on TikTok. I mean, TikTok is a great app. I love TikTok. I I waste time on it every day, right? It's entertaining, and then I learn things on there too. And I've actually bought stuff off of TikTok, right? Who doesn't have one of the cheese grinders? So, I mean, there's always somebody on there hawking something, right? It's the same way with
I don't have
call
a
out.
cheese grinder.
Well, you should have got one. They were on sale.
Oh, man.
uh, anyway, yeah. So there's, call out groups are a dime a dozen on TikTok. There's thousands of people on there touting that, follow me and if you follow me and follow my call outs, you'll end up owning a Lamborghini in 10 days, right? Those kind of things. And does those work? Simple answer is no. Are you going to get lucky occasionally? Sure you are, right? It's not that you couldn't make money with them type of things, but what's the issue with them? The issue is if they quit doing it when they go away, well, now what do you do? The person you were listening to is no longer there. So we'd rather educate you on how to make those decisions on your own. We will educate you on how to get a proper chart, how to use indicators. What do the indicators mean? How do I use those indicators to make a decision whether to get in or get out of a trade, right? We have coaches indicators, but you don't see any buy or sell signals even on this here. Could we program that in? I'm sure we could, right? I couldn't, but there's a lot of people smarter than me in the world, right? I don't know how to code, right? So we don't tell you when to buy and sell. Number one, the reason we don't do that is because neither I nor anyone associated with American Dream Trading, and that includes other moderators and other paid members of our group, are not licensed financial advisors, and we can never give you financial investment or tax advice. So anything that I say here, anything that comes out of my pie hole today, it's only for educational and training purposes only. So I do my best to espouse what has been trained to me by coach. And why do I do that? It's because I believe in it. I've been doing this for 2 years full time. It's my full time vocation. So we want to educate you that you can make a decision that if you never hear about American Dream Trading ever again, that you will acquire skills that nobody can take away from you so that you can do this on your own. And that's a lot better than depending on any one person to tell you what to do, right? I make the old joke, I get married. When I got married, I didn't realize I was getting somebody that's going to tell me what to do all the time, right? Now, my wife's not that way, but we all joke about our spouses that way, right? But can I cook my own dinner? Yeah. Can I wash my own clothes? Yeah. Can I maybe sew a button on a shirt? I used to be able to. I couldn't tell you the last time I did that. I would probably just go buy a new shirt instead of doing that. But I was taught all that by my parents growing up as a child, right? They taught us the basic life skills so that I would be able to do those things on my own. And that's what we want for you in trading, either futures, stock options, crypto, whatever. We want to provide you that trading. It's not easy. It takes time. It takes effort. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears involved in doing this. But the main thing is you have to put the effort in, right? We can tell you things to learn this thing, learn that thing, but if you don't apply what we teach you, then you're not going to be successful, right? Is everybody successful that comes in American Dream Trading? Absolutely not. We have people all the time who will come in here and blow up their accounts because they do not listen to the sound of Coach's voice and what he's teaching us. The ones that do listen, well, guess what? They tend to be successful in the long run. Now, whatever your definition of success is, it making $50 a day or $10,000 a day, whatever, right? Everybody has their own definition of success. Me personally, in my worldview, the making of money is not my definition of success. I have other personal things to me that define me being a successful human being. Now, don't get me wrong, I still got to make money every day, right? I have bills to pay just like everybody else. So this is my full-time vocation. So if I don't make enough money, electric company's going to be knocking on my front door wanting their payment out right before they disconnect my meter, right? So Unfortunately, life has a financial cost to it, and I have to meet that. Okay. So anyway, yes, we will never tell you to short and all that. So good question, though. Um, Now, if you were just, I didn't actually see how you worded that, but shorting, that's what we do. What I'm doing is reading my chart, which this chart tells me a lot. Okay, right now it's kind of like consolidating. If I am going to short something, my personal criteria, let's just say I just now looking at this, do I want to short this or do I want to write it up? Well, it has a more likelihood of continuing a downward motion than an upward motion. Why is that? It's below VWAP. Where's the 200 MA at? Where is it at? Oh, it's right here. Right here. This line right here, that's the 200 MA. Here's 55, the 21, the 9, and it's below all of those. So this is at a good downward trend. Now, am I going to enter this trade? I will if it, since I just late to the party, I will if it breaks and holds below my next level that I have drawn on my chart. And you can see I don't trade this that much. I don't have very many lines that I should have that I would like to have on here. Okay, so it's kind of like driving without a map. You're just hoping that you're making the right decisions. So you want to have effective charting so at least you have a roadmap that you can look at and some levels that you can help make your decisions and make a better educated decision. So right now my criteria are all met for a short. The only one that hasn't is a break and hold below this level here. Okay, I can tweak that a little bit if I like. But I would start and with a 4 hour and go back and look at all the historical levels and get my lines drawn on the chart. So right now I'm not against shorting this, but am I right yet? Nope. I want to break and hold below this line. If it does, then I will jump in on that in a heartbeat without thinking twice. Okay. So I'll set it up. I'll get ready to. Well, right now it's bouncing off this bottom, right? Double bottom bounce, triple bottom bounce. See here, it bounced over here, come down here and hit that level and popped up, right? Look at all the times it came down here and bounced up or broke through. I can go back here historically. Look how many times it come down here. So this is a pretty strong level that it's going to have to get through to be able to downward trend. It's testing it. It's trying it. Now it is towards the end of the trading day, so it may even have a better statistical odd of breaking through that because people will tend to get out of their positions towards the end of the day, especially the last 10 minutes, right? Like your 15 quarter till 10 minutes till 4, people will exit positions, but that also can cause a buying frenzy because the price dropped down so low, people might want to buy it on sale. So it can go down and people say, oh, it's on sale, I'm buying it. And then go up and they'll take their profit when it runs back up and they'll sell off and then it just rinses and repeats. Get very chaotic. That's why we don't generally trade in the power hour. Now here it is, it's trying to break, but it hasn't. I haven't seen a break and hold yet. Okay, am I missing out? Could I jumped in at the second it broke through? Yeah, I could have jumped in, and jumped right back out. So it's still. I'm a little bit more conservative. I'm going to wait for a confirmation. All right, it's really pulling now. If I would jump in this right now, what can happen is generally when you get a big candle like that, the next candle will be a 50% retracement back the other way as people sell. Because what's happening, that's a lot of profit there. And I could have scalped that in and out. But what happens, people are in that and then, okay, I took my profit. So you'll see the price retract. Then it works going up and down. So I'm going to wait for a pullback here for the next candle just to see what happens. If the next candle forms, then I might jump in that then. If not, this may come pull back 50%, right? And go on down, right? So I'll just show you. See now, because I jumped in right there. Where's my stop loss? I didn't get my stop loss in there. So this is a pure scalp. So I have to be ready to get out of that instantly. You can see I'm making money right there, right? See how that's wobbling down? I waited for it to break through and I can, bam, right at it. It was a quick $5 in what, 15 seconds on one contract, right? Imagine if I do that with 10 contracts, right? Right? If you have the account size, you can do that, right? You can go and set myself up for a down with a stop loss. Now, because I got out, I'm waiting on my next level, right? Am I going to jump in there like that? Well, I can, right? And then I can buy it, get out of the trade and buy it back once that gets down below enough for me to make it. But chasing candles will get you in trouble, especially these long ones, because see, look how much that's pulling back. See, now I'm down $25 on 10 contracts, obviously. So So now it has to get below this level I'm at. And chasing candles will cost you money. See, I go bang, I'm out of that. Made a quick 1250, right? You can do that all day long when you're trading. The best thing is those to let it ride. So I could have bought in up here and let this thing go. Look how it's crashing out. People selling off, right? So, Doug, you have your hand raised.
We have a question over on the Tickety Talk. Do you prefer market or limit orders for entry exits?
My personal preference for me is pure market. I'm in and out. I get filled wherever it gets filled, and I'm happy with it. Generally, it's not an issue for me getting in and out of a trade, so I'm not, you know, I don't get all that excited. I do market in, market out. That way, I mean, you could set a limit order, which will automatically define, what your entry price is. I can get in on the ask, I can get in on the bid. I just do market. That way, I don't have to worry about it. It gets filled in now. I could get it. Can I get a better price doing a limit order? Yes, right? Because it'll give me that. Where you lose, where market orders, you downside on market orders when you get a huge candle movement like this, right? I may have clicked the button up here, but because it's dropping so rapidly, I didn't get filled until microseconds later, and it's already moved down this far, right? So that's the downside of a market order. But I myself, I'm pretty much 100% market order in out. Not going to get too wrapped up in it, right? Now, see, I have a stop loss. If this thing would happen to come up here, it'll limit my loss to $200. Now I can move my stop anywhere I want, right? Depends on your risk tolerance, right? So most I can lose on this is $162 if it pulls back clear up there. So if it breaks above this level, then whatever, and now I'm in. But because I got in late chasing this candle down here, I'm actually losing money here, right? So now, can I sell this and get out? Yeah, that would be the smart thing to do, right? And that's what I would do in real life. I wouldn't. Number one, I don't chase candles. This was a giant pullback, and like I said, anytime you get these, we call these gamma candles when we're trading stock options. Now we don't really necessarily call them that in futures because there is no Greek, so there is no gamma. But I just tend to call it that. These big, huge candles, big movements all at once, either going down or if it's going long and going up. Generally, you'll have a 50% retracement, right? Unless it's just plain out crashing, right? So you can see it's trying to do that there. So, but I'm using my indicators here. This is in a downward trend now. As long as these candles stay below the 9, matter of fact, it's dropped so much so fast it's outpacing my trend line, right? It'll catch up eventually as the price of these candles gets smaller. So you could just sit here and just do that all day long, right? With the futures, you can jump in, jump out, get your profit, take your ball, and go home, right? I was going to jump in here on this candle, but I was talking and I hesitated too long, so I'm going to wait, see if this pulls back a little bit, right? And also there's an L2 over here I can watch and see where the big orders are coming at, right? If it's wanting to pull, if there's huge orders down here, they can pull, and I can use that information to re-enter a trade in and out and do that all day long. So as it falls, I can come down here and I can lock in my profit, right? Now I wouldn't move it that tight because it's going to stop me out real quick, right? But I am guaranteeing my profit, so I'm using my stops to actually guarantee my profits. They lock in it as it moves down. I can slide this down, let go. I'm guaranteed $50 that quick, right? As it moves down more, I can move it down more, right? Now, how fast you move that down, that's up to you. I'm moving this down more rapidly than I normally would. But look at the seller. What the heck is going on? There's some news somewhere. Don't sell off this quick, this fast without a reason. So right now I'm up $150 on this trade, just that quick. There's 162 I'm guaranteed. This pulls back right now. I'm up 187. Again, this is fake money, but this is how you do this, right? This is how you learn to use paper trading. As this drops, this is an unusual drop. This is not an everyday occurrence. I can go ahead and just start locking in. Right now I'm guaranteed 287. There you go. Pulled up, stop me out, right? Why? Because it came down to this level down here, and slide that up, tweak that just a little bit right there. So it came
I have
down.
a question for you.
What's your question for me, Case?
I've noticed that there's a reverse button. What is that reverse button?
That reverse button takes you from a long to a short or a short to a long. It's just
So
a
does
quick, it works. It's just like you would exit your short and then go in and enter an order for a long.
Okay,
All right, and I can
so
show you that.
closes it out.
Yeah, it closes that order up and automatically converts it. So you see here, I'm in long. Let's say I'm in, and you could use this, and I do this once in a blue moon. I'm like, oh, right, crap, I didn't mean to buy a short. I wanted to buy a long. Well, I can
Yep,
go up here and instantly hit my reverse button. Boom, now I'm in a long, right? There.
nice.
Yeah. And I can do the same thing. Oh, no, I shouldn't have been a long. I should be in a short. Now I'm in a short. How do I know I'm in a short? Because there's a minus number. A positive number means you're in a long, a short number. Now, every time you do that, you're incurring fees. It's not free.
Right.
It's,
Nope.
And
it's
loss.
and a
And
loss.
loss,
And
depending on where
loss.
you're at.
Exactly. So it's the same thing as using this button up here to, I can come up here, I bought, okay, like, oh, I want to get out. I go up here and click sell. Now I'm going to go, oh, I got to get back into a short, right? It's doing that same thing. It just does it automatically for you with one button. And there's also what they call a flatten button, which is over here. Let's just say I'm in a short here, right? Right there's my order, okay? So I'm in this order. Again, this is a paper trade account. This is not real money, folks. I'm not really losing real money. It's for demonstration purposes only. There's a flatten button. If I just want to flat get out without having to go up here, just another way, I can hit flatten, boom, closes your trade out. It's the same thing as hitting
Awesome. I didn't
sell.
know that existed. Okay.
Yeah, so I can, if I had my stop loss in here, right? All right, I'm shorting. Let's just say I had the flatten button. So now I can come down here even, I make a play and I can flatten, boom. That gets me completely out of the trade. It closes my stop that I had up there, plus closes the trade for whatever money was there at the time. Look at that drop. What's going on? Somebody's on TV somewhere saying something. There's some news going on here, somewhere for this to drop that rapidly. I mean, I know it is the end of the day and people are exiting, but there's got to be some news somewhere.
Yeah, it's not that late yet.
Yeah,
Usually
no, it's
this
not.
happens later. Yeah.
Correct. So, and then you could enter trades and exit trades using what they call price ladder. TradingView offers that. Your broker, as a matter of fact, I'll show you here over on my, even Webull offers a price ladder, right? This widget, I put this on here today because I wanted to say, hey, you can have a price ladder even in Webull, where you can go over here and click and enter trades that way, right? It's the same thing as this here, just a little bit different look, right? I can go up here and click anywhere I want, and it'll execute a trade over here for me at that price. It'll put a limit order in automatically that way. You can click on exactly, instead of typing it in manually, I could use a trading widget and type it in, right? I can go over here and type in what I want to pay if I want to do a limit order, right? You got to do it manually, so it's a little, it takes a little bit of effort. Where price ladder, and I don't ever use this myself personally. We have a lot of members that do; they love it. I just don't use it personally. But you can pick the exact price you want to pay, right? If you want to wait for this to come back up, I can pick whatever price I want, right? And it'll automatically do that. So there's just all kinds of different ways you can enter and exit trades, decide what price you want to pay. Like the person asked, I am a pure market order trader. I do not do limit orders that much anymore. It's not that I don't, I just don't. I market in and out, in and out. So do I give up some profits by doing that? Yeah, you do a little bit, right? But if the market's moving normally with normal candles, yeah, these type of candles, I'm not going to get a great fill. It's because I may have clicked up here, and by the time the X's and O's get to the brokerage computers, the prices rapidly drop down to here, and I get filled down here. All right. So you just have to understand that's the difference. It's going to fill you at the best price at that time, and it may not be the price you wanted to enter in. But on a day-to basis, normal trading like these candles here, it's going to pretty much fill what the current price is. So it's not a big issue. It really isn't. Especially when you consider at one trade. Right? If you're doing 25 or 2,500 trades a day, you're not going to really notice if you get one bad fill. Right? On a normal trading, it's going to fill it where you want it to. Any other questions?
Sure, Mark, I'll have a question.
Okay.
Provided your mechanics are on point, can you just, after your first initial entry, just use the reverse button, get in and out, if it's
Well,
going up and down?
if you hit the reverse button, you've now went from a long to a short or a short to a long. That's creating another order. Okay.
That's correct.
Right.
I'm just
So
saying,
yeah.
if it, if it does a bounce back, you could go,
Yep.
play the candle up the other way.
Yeah, right. So let's just say, okay, oh, let's just go into the moon. Okay, I'm gonna buy, right? I think it's going up. Well, I got all this mess I got to get through, right? So the odds are this is going to reject off this and go right back down, maybe. But now it's dropped so fast, maybe it's on sale to everybody who wants to buy it. I really don't know, right? None of us do. So, okay, I'm in the long. I'm going to make money as it goes up, right? Now, we already seen what just happened. Is this going to sell off, or are people done dropping this price down to here? We don't know, right? So we're going to ride it up. Now, if it changes real fast and it looks like it's going to pull back and go the other way, because right here's a rejection point. I got a level. Right there's the 9 EMA that it may bounce off of. I can keep my finger on the reverse button. It will close this trade for whatever profit or loss I have, right? And then it will enter another order for 10 contracts, because that's what I have my set to here on my buttons. But I can keep my finger on there looking for a reverse, right? Comes up against critical levels, and I'm preparing for it. Let's say you're coming up to a double top or a double bottom, right? That's a fast way to go ahead and click and get instant satisfaction out of that, right? So let's just say, oh, this is very strong here. I'm going to get out right here because I'm worried about that level. So I can keep my finger on the button as it gets up there, if it's going to do it. Probably won't, since I want it to right now, right? But
Hey, Mark,
yeah, let me
you
finish
asked about
with this.
you asked about some news.
Yes,
Know when you're
well,
ready.
go ahead. What's the news?
Apple suppliers Skyworks stock plummets as the iPhone maker turns to competitors. So Apple is some of the tech stocks are really starting a downtrend at this
Okay,
point.
well that's what will affect the overall market, right? See how I did that quick reverse just there right now? Came up to this level, rejected. I hit the reverse, now I'm in 10 shorts, right? Did I make a mistake? Well, if I made a mistake, I can hit it again. Boom, now I'm back into a long, right? So that's very useful, especially if you're playing bottom bounces or double tops, that type of things, rather than coming back up here, closing your order, right? And I can close my order going like this, right? Click the button, right? I'm up $100. I can click this button. It closes the trade out. But this here will automatically take the same amount, or unless I change the number down here, it's going to put me another 10 the opposite way. So that way you can quickly play the inverse of what you were just playing. So I can go boom, right? Now I'm back in. Now I'm back into a short. Now it has to pull for me to make any money, right? So it's right there at that indicator. Again, I wouldn't do this like this in real life, but that is a useful feature. And I know we have a lot of members that do use that. I don't institute that into my trading overall. It's not a big thing in my life, even though I know it's there and I have done it. Because I just tend to use the buy and sell buttons down here on the trading view, DOM type of orders. So, well, right now, maybe it's going to pull back. Who knows, right? So if I decided, and then the other thing is, if I hit the wrong button, make a wrong decision, oh, that's short, I wanted to go long, I can hit that button right away and switch it right back to the opposite run, right? Instead of coming up here, closing it here, going back down, moving it down, your mouse down, and hitting the button. It's a very convenient button to actually use. See, now if I left that there, I would have made money, right? So fake money. Of course, this is a paper trading account. So your broker will offer these type of things. So if you're not using Webull or TradingView, and I'm not saying you need to leave your broker, because almost all brokers will offer this type of thing. It may look a little different visually than what you see on my screen, but those things are there, and you need to know how to use them. You need to whatever buttons they have for you to press to enter and exit a trade. You need to know how to use all of them, right? How do I play? What steps do I got to take to do a market order? What steps do I got to take to do a limit order? What steps do I take to have put in a stop loss order, right? So that's 3 different things right there alone, right, that I need to do. And then I have a price ladder. How do I use that? How do I use these turbo? I don't know what TradingView calls them. I call them turbo keys because that's what they're called on on Webull. I can enter and exit this way at random, right? Or I can use the price ladder. Or I can use, I can come up here and define exactly what I want in my trade. I can actually put the exact dollar I want, right? Type it all in there manually. So there's lots of ways. You need to become comfortable with your software to be able to do that. So you want to make sure you know how to do that. Okay. Any other questions at the moment? Make sure you click that like and subscribe button, please, while you're at it. While we're waiting here, let me play. We do have memberships available if you decide that you want to step up your game from these free feeds that we have for you, these free educational sessions that we have every day, 3 times a day for you. And you're sitting here and you're learning things, and you think, oh, I might want to learn more and really get into some official training, okay? Because we do start training at 4 a.m., believe it or not, Eastern time. And we train for up to 12 hours a day, 4 a.m. to 4 p.m. And we also have weekend training. We have our Discord where we talk and provide hints and suggestions and things in there. Again, we don't tell you when to buy and sell. We're not a call out group. Our futures group, when you're trading futures, you can literally trade 23 hours a day from 6 o'clock at night Eastern time, clear up to 4:15 Eastern time, and then it's down and then from 4:15 down to reopens back up at 6. So there's only basically an hour that you can't trade. Okay, that's the beauty of futures, and we have a lot of us that trade in evenings. I'm one of them. I love trading in evenings. That's my preferred time, just based on the way the market moves and the type of things that I'm trading. It's much more relaxed for me trading rather than this high volume thing. Now, I did trade during the market today, did very well. So, all right. So let me give you a good overview of what we have to offer to you if this is your first time being at AmericanDreamTrading.com. We have a free Discord that you should go over there and grab first and foremost. And within that, then you can actually get immediate access to one of our stock lounges where you can interact with other real members in our group, ask questions, and take advantage of some discounts and different things that are in there. So let me run that by you. It takes about 5 minutes. Again, paid members, you will not see this on your screen. So please keep your mics muted until I say I'm done with this. Thank you.
So if you guys are interested in joining us, head on over to AmericanDreamTrading.com. You guys can sign up for a free Discord or one of our paid membership. Our first paid membership that we have is our regular premium membership. With that, you guys will get access to our Zoom. Inside of our Zoom, you will have a live open microphone. You will get live training and trading starting at around 8:45 until market close every day at 4 p.m. when the market is open. You guys will also receive the hot stock pick, the pre-market setup where we go over strategic levels of certain key different stocks throughout the day you can use, and also at the opening of the bell. As a regular paid member, you will also get the IPO Center. So any new and exciting IPOs that come out, you will get them first. Plus all the videos on demand. We have around 11 videos to help you get started on your journey with us here at American Dream Trading. They'll go over things like day trading, swing trading, covered calls, cash secured puts, the wheel option strategy, our 2-minute EWO strategy that I have designed and developed from being in the stock market over 33 years. When you're ready to step it up, you can join our VIP membership. By the way, the premium membership starts at $200 a month. The VIP membership starts at $500 a month. With the VIP membership, you guys will get access to early training and trading starting at 4 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's 12 hours of access to us with some of our self-made millionaires, mentors. And then you'll get training with me starting around 8 o'clock every single day. You guys will get the VIP lounge, all the workshop classes. We put on a workshop class once per month. You will get all of the previous workshop classes and any future workshop classes as long as you're a paid member. You'll also get all the VIP training videos. We have over 50 beginner and advanced videos to help your journey. We also have the TradingView indicators. These are an overlay indicator system that goes on top of TradingView. It will require a subscription, which is about $15 a month. This is my 2-minute EWO strategy. You guys can use this with stock, options, futures, and crypto. If you're a VIP member and you want to step it up to our highest level that we have right now, which is VIP Gold, you can do that for an additional $250 $500 a month. Now, with all of our services, you can buy monthly, quarterly, semi-quarterly, or annual, and sometimes we have lifetime deals on these, so make sure you guys are watching for deals. With the VIP Gold, you guys are going to get all the mastermind classes for free, and we have another one coming up. I will let you know when that is coming. You'll also get 1 hour of tech support where we can remote in and look at your systems and help you get set up with your charts, etc. This is not a one-on-one, but this is to help you get started if you need it. We also have weekend training every Saturday at 11 a.m. If you guys have busy lives and schedules and your jobs, right, are always in the way of you trying to get training, well, we have weekend training. We also have the VIP Gold Lounge access, the VIP Gold Priority Help Desk support. We have our news service where we're giving daily and weekly outlooks of the news. We also have breakout rooms every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. with our other self-made millionaires and mentors, so make sure you guys check that out. Everything inside of the VIP room is recorded, so all of these sessions are recorded for you, including all the training that I had mentioned before. You can catch all of this in the replays only for VIP Gold members, so if you have busy lives, everything is recorded for you. Of course, we have other things inside of the VIP Gold, like the 90-day challenge, the debt-free challenge, where we're helping you to become debt-free, and our brand new in beta live Apple chat, where you guys can watch one of our moderators, David over there, live trade Apple with the 2-minute EWO strategy that I have designed and developed. He has made currently at this time, as of December 2024, he is over $320,000 in profits that he has made using this strategy over the last 2 years. We also have our brand new futures membership. You guys will start getting training for futures from noon to 4 p.m. every day, and all the training videos, terminology, everything you need to get started in futures with our futures membership. With the futures membership, you guys also get the trading view indicators. So those are only available to VIP and futures members. Some of our a la carte services you guys can get, you can get a one-on-one with a moderator. We have all of our training videos like the mastermind classes, how to grow a small account part 1 and 2 when it's released, but you guys can buy those from our website. You guys can also get inside of our mentorship program. Our mentorship program is $500 a month. You will sit with me every Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern for an hour in a small, intimate group where we can go over larger items or just get you kickstarted, right? Can be IRAs, 401ks, SEP, anything you guys want to talk about, swing trading, day trading, right? Anything that you guys want to get inside of that room. It's just like having a one-on-one with me every single week. And again, those are all of our products and services you guys can get at any time by going to AmericanDreamTrading.com.
There you go. There's a good overview of what we do here at AmericanDreamTrading.com. Most important thing you can do is start off by going to AmericanDreamTrading.com and grabbing that free Discord. It's always been free, always will be free. We're never going to charge for it, and there's a lot of benefits to that. One of our members, our free members, Mazda Mitch, shows up here every single day. He's taking advantage of that. He's doing the training materials, watching the videos that are all in there for him. It's opened up the doors there, and he's been in there actively asking questions. He's not a paid member, but he's a free member of our Discord, and we're answering his questions just the same as we would a paid member. So now, is he limited on what he can see in there? Yes, paid membership has its privileges, right? But once he's there for a while, he may decide to step up his membership. If he never does, so be it, right? It's the same way if you get in there and you don't like what you see after kicking the tires, all you got to do is leave the Discord and you're gone, and you're not connected to that Discord any longer. So I don't understand why everybody doesn't at least go in there and take advantage of that and see what's going on. If you do decide to do that, hey, tell them you came from the future. They'll know what you mean, right? So tell them Mark McSee sent you, or you saw us on the futures, you saw us on TikTok. Well, actually, too, we'd like to have you say, "Hey, I'm here. I saw you. I found you on TikTok, or found you on YouTube, or Facebook, or Twitch, or X, or Instagram, whatever." That helps. It's kind of nice to know how people find us sometimes. So anyway, that gives you a good overview. I highly encourage everybody to go over there and take advantage of that. Let's take a walk. How about TikTok? Do you have any questions over there? TikToks? Tick, 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 tock.
We've got one potential free member struggling with a Discord, but other than that, we've got our question on PLTR, which is in the future. If you want to look at it, you can
Well,
use it as a charting experience.
what's the question about Palantir?
They want to know, is a put good?
Well, I can't offer financial investing or tax advice. Now, if you want me to look at it to see is the trend now good, I don't know. Well, we could take a quick look. Now, again, we are focused on futures, but I happen to like Palantir myself as a stock. Actually, we were trading that back when it was just a couple dollars stock, so very familiar with it. I've seen its growth. Too bad I didn't buy and hold this one, right? What's the trend right now? If you look at this chart, and if I chart some levels on here, what would you say by looking at it? Okay, so it peaks up here, peaked down there. There's some peaks right here, right now. There's some there. I'm just slapping some quick lines on here, right? Because I don't have this charted out. But I just want to give you a quick visual, right? Mess down here that I could put on, right? So if you were to take a look at this chart in a zoomed out way, would you say it's going up? Would you say it's going down? Or would you say it's flat? Person asked that question, you're free to answer it. Type in your answer if you like, right? If I take a look at it over let's say a 4-hour time chart period, is Palantir going up? Is it going down? Or is it flat? Overall trend. Pretty easy to see, right? Overall, from where it was to where it is now is right. But now, if we look at the present, what do we see? Okay. Now, you're asking about puts and calls, which is to be the same as going longs and shorts if this was a futures contract, which it's not. This is stock, and I'm not 100% opposed to talking about stocks occasionally, but that's not the focus of this channel. We want to talk about futures, right? But right now, based on what I can see here, where's my indicators at? There's my VWAP, and there's my MA 200 MA. What do we know about VWAP? It's the strongest indicator out there, right? It can come down here and bounce off that. What's the 200 MA? That's our second strongest indicator. If it managed to break through VWAP and come down and hit that, it can bounce off that and go right back up. Where's my levels at? Where's it been hitting historically lately? Well, I'm kind of at there right now. It has to break through here. It has to break through there. And then it has to break through there and VWAP, right? Right now it's trapped in amongst all these indicators. So it's in a good place where it can break down, but how far is my limit down? Do I want to take a long-term position on this? That's for you to decide, right? What's the trend right now, right? If I look across right here where it's at, if I take out the highs and take out the lows, how would you evaluate? Anybody can answer this question, by the way, on the socials. I'm not going to tell you whether to buy a long position or a short position, or where's a call or a put. But this is the kind of training that we provide so that you can make these decisions on your own and educated. I'm going to use my indicators. I'm going to use my historical levels. Right now, this shot way up because of earnings the other day, right? And there was a lot of profit taking in the process, but it's holding its own, as you can see, right? So, would you say? Let me say, if I would say this, what's currently trading it from this channel to here, right, to up to here. So it's in this zone that it's been trading in today, between here and there. So, relationship of the current price to where it's been trading at since, what is this over here, 10 o'clock this morning, let's say, till today, till this point right now. What part of that zone is it trading in, right? It's kind of in the middle, it's pulling back a little bit. So you make your own decision based on that. So we teach you how to do this. Now, I'm purposely not giving you an answer. Why? Because I cannot give you financial tax or investment advice. Now, I can talk you through trades and give you my thinking why we're doing it as educational purposes only, but I cannot give you investment advice. So when you learn how to do these things, then you could take that information and try to make a better informed decision on what you want to do. And I unfortunately cannot give that to you, right? So there you go. So once you get some information on your chart and know what to do with that information, right? What have you heard me say live day in, day out, many times a day? Where's VWAP? Where's the 200? Why is that? Because it's a strong resistance point that could come down and touch it or go up and touch it and bounce right back off of it again. Do you want to commit to a long position? Or do you want to commit to a short position? Or do you want to do nothing at all? That's your decisions you have to make, right? So there you go. That was a quick get some lines on my chart, look where it's been trading at, where's my indicators at, what did all these things mean? Now you have to learn to make a decision, right? Based on what you see here today. And that's a short-term investing, day traders investing view of it. Now you're talking about long-term, this thing could go to $1 million, right? You don't know. It could go to $0. We don't know. But that's a different line of thinking, a different investment strategy, right? So thank you for the question. Yeah, look at oil. Look at that going down. Oof, that's ugly. That's ugly. That's glorious, though. That's a lot of money right there. Gold did the same thing today. Had a glorious drop. We were in this mess over here, making this money as it dropped. We rode it up the other day. We rode this mess down, rode it up. All that's huge, huge, huge money. Very exciting. A lot of volatility, as you can see. And then we had a world leader open his pie hole today, right about 9 something. Yeah, right here about 9:15, 9:30. That was about quarter after 9, I believe, this morning. 9:30. Opened his pie hole and phew, right? You can go back and see what news happened at that time. I'm not going to get into that, but that's how news from somebody opening up their mouth on TV that the whole world can see affects the movement in the market. Did gold suddenly become less valuable between here and there? Well, it did. It did on the trader's stock screen, but no, it didn't materially change its value. This was all news related. Boom. One person said something, a world leader, and this is what happened. So it really, the news, the comment was actually made about oil. However, because of the type of comment that person made, it also affected the metal market. So it did the same thing over here at this spot. Went down here. It pulled back on the news, on the comment. Or actually, it was just a comment, right? Probably, I didn't hear the actual comment. I just read the news blurb after the fact. One of our members brought it up and said what it was and just dived. And then look what happened. Shot right back up, right? So that's the effect. If you was in a trade here without a stop, you would have wrecked your account, right? If you wasn't paying attention, didn't get out manually. And it come right back up after everybody like, oh, okay, whatever, right? Stock market's a fickle place. And then it went right back up, so people start taking profits, and they realize, well, if that person, what he said really happens, then, well, price of oil is going to come down, right? So then they started selling off, and oil does this. It tends to trade in a certain zone also, right? At least right presently at the present day. So they do trade at different levels throughout the day. So I clicked the button. I hid one of my screens here. Anyway, doesn't matter. Thank you for that question. Hopefully you learned something. And let me tell you, a lot of these things that we do discuss in the futures also applies backwards to stocks and stock options. They are different investment vehicles, but a chart's a chart's a chart. Once you learn how to do a proper chart and learn how to read a chart and have the indicators in it that you want to use, you can use those to make wiser decisions in the long run, which leads to profits, right? So just because I have all this stuff on this screen, does that mean you're going to be profitable? No, I don't guarantee anything. It all depends how much work you put into it. I can't make you click your mouse. I can't make you comprehend the education and apply that education to your trades. That's up to you to do all that. It takes effort, right? So got to have some skin in the game, really, if you're going to be involved in this, right? More skin you got in the game, more likely you are to hunker down and learn. So, and actually, a paid membership causes you to, if you want to look at it that way, a paid membership actually causes you to do that. You got money, you got actually harder cash involved in purchasing a membership and anything, you're more likely to use it, right? We give away free stuff occasionally. We have people go to our free Discord, look at it once, and never come back, but yet they're still in there technically, right? As a free member. People don't appreciate free things, right? They don't appreciate gifts that are given as much as if they bought it themselves, right? So that's just a simple fact of life. The more skin you have in the game, the more you are likely to use something. Free is good, and we give that stuff away for free. But when you want to step it up, go ahead and step it up. But today, start out with the free Discord. AmericanDreamTrading.com. We are now in the power hour. This is the last hour of the trading day. Things, volatility will tend to pick up. More so in the last half hour to the last 10, 15 minutes of the day, you'll really see things pick up. So, may not be this particular one, but usually the indices will move, like the S&P 500, the NASDAQ 100, and the Russell 2000. Those tend to move more at the last part of the day because they're the most highly traded on the markets. Overall, S&P 500 is, of course, the number one day in and day out, mostly and widely traded of all of them, okay, in the markets. Any questions out there? Tiki Talk, you guys got any questions? One of our members can look at that and see if that is something that's...
There's a question out here about SPY. Will it make a bounce back? But we're looking at the futures version, which is ES and MES. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Yeah.
SPY is the stock version of the futures. Okay.
Mhm.
Stock options version, actually. Right? Does that apply to this too? Yeah. Whenever this moves, SPY is going to follow exactly with it. Okay. Now, SPY is like what? $600. This is 6,000. Okay. 6,000 points versus 600. SPY is the child of the futures of the ES. This says MES. This is just a micro version. It's the exact same thing, just an MES chart. ES is the E-mini version of the S&P 500. Chart's exactly the same. Just when I first started, of course, you start out by trading micros, so I tend to have more lines on these. Now, I don't trade this real heavy. I can, but I don't. I prefer to trade my jams, gold, silver, the metals, right? Precious metals and oil, liquid gold, right? Currencies, I love trading the euro. It has a lot of movement in it. It can be very, very profitable. And it don't tend to move that much. The metals and the um, oil and currencies pretty much don't trade very heavily this type of day. But there's your euro. It still has a lot of nice movement up and down. It can rip your face off occasionally too. Look at this big drop. Right? Look at that. Look at a huge drop. That is holy cow, that is a boatload of money there, right? And
Wow.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I keep trying to tell you guys I love the euro.
That euro it's like watching paint dry. It kills me every time I try to watch it.
Well, you're watching it at the wrong time. This thing does like to move. Yes, it has its times of days, and it moves more at certain times than others. So this is as of Wednesday. What's today? Today's Thursday. If you'd have got in this Wednesday on a short, look at that sucker. Look at that.
Would I have waited to get out till today? I wouldn't have a reason to leave other than the fact that I guess I've learned just...
Yeah. No, I'm not. I don't hold anything overnight personally either. I'm not a swing trader or a long-term investor. I'm in it to make money in it when I'm in it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to stay in it all day just because my account, I don't know what the after hours is on that. I don't have it open right now.
Well, this is actually the full bore euro, but I mean, you could trade the euro/US dollar pair. Mike run of them in the evening hours is 253 margin requirement.
Oh,
it's $100 during the day, basically.
Yeah. No, I'd be able to do the 200.
Now this actual euro, which is what I'd rather just trade this straight up euro. Yeah, you have to have $2,500 in your account during the evening, 1,000 during the day. So there's a difference there. No, I wouldn't. I don't buy and hold. I don't go to bed with anything on the table. If I would, it would be in paper trading only. I am not one to just let things ride like that, especially when it's on a margin count. Now, I'm trading with stops, right? So it will stop out, but what if for some reason the stop doesn't stop it out, right? So that's always in the back of my mind because sometimes stops may not work right? And I just don't want to let something be wrecking my account while I'm sleeping. I wouldn't sleep very good to start with, so I just don't do that. I don't hold overnight. When I'm done trading, I'm done. I don't have leave anything on the table. I'm not falling in love with any of them. When it's done, I'm done. So,
Yeah, because I did that one time. I got in a trade and it was kept going down, and when I say going down, I had it short, and I wound up falling to sleep,
mhm.
and then all of a sudden I heard a ding, like the sound it makes,
Yep.
and it stopped me out.
So it worked, right?
Yeah, no, it did work, but it was like I said, I was watching paint dry.
Well, it can be, but I mean, the London market's open at 2 a.m. in Eastern time. Currencies really start to move, or if there is um,
News.
news. I went brain dead there for a minute. Uh,
Good.
I faded off into who knows where. Squirrel, right? Um, so I, I'm back. Yeah, my problem is I probably need a slap in the face or something. I don't know. Wake me up, right? You get sleepy staring at the screen all day. So maybe I need a slap, right? Mm.
Yeah.
There we
Oh,
go.
good.
There we
There
go.
you go.
Woke me up. All right. But
We all have those brain farts.
yeah, I dozed off there for a second or something. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it stops you trust the things, that you want to. I just prefer when I'm in a trade to have eyeballs on the trade. That's just how I am. Long term. Now I do have long term investing, but I don't care. I've already know I bought them, got it at a very good price, very low price. I couldn't even tell you what it is, if I'm way up or way down right now at this given point. I don't care. I know I got in at a very good price, and when I decide to look at it, I look at it, right. It's invested in good companies, so I'm not too worried about it in the long run. But that's not my general investing principle, even though I do have holdings, right? And I have a retirement account that's invested in the markets, but I'm not sitting there every single day actively managing. I'm a day trader. I'm in here trading my futures account. I love this. This is my jam, and this is what I like to do. So, what the heck did I do here anyway? There's a button here I messed up. I clicked and closed out trying to get this back. I'll get it eventually. Clicking that. Oh, there it goes. Not move pane. Do this. I ain't gonna mess with this. Then I'll end up blocking it up. I won't be able to see anything. So yeah, there's a euro. It moves very nicely. You have these ebbs and flows up and down, right? The indices always are up and down, right? All the time. Just like the stock market is. Your stocks go up and they go down. They go up and they go down, right? Stock market always goes up. It always goes down. It always goes sideways. That much you can count on. So it's when you're in for the short term entry is well, and any investment, you want to buy low, sell high. Simple principle, right? Not that easy sometimes. Well, it's always I'd love to buy when it's low and then sell when it's high, but you know, we may miss something. We may make a poor judgment, get in too late. Well, now we've reduced our profit potential. So, with the training and education we do provide here at AmericanDreamTrading.com, we can try to help you make better informed decisions in the long run. So, now there's certain things you do need to learn, basics, and we do provide all that. You need to learn how to use your indicators and your charts and everything that's involved in that. Coach also has a set of rules that you need to follow to not so much to make, but it's not really to make money, it's to protect your account. Preservation of capital is more important than making money, right? If you're not any money you don't have in your account, then you can't trade the next day, right? So if you keep losing money, that's just that much less you can trade. So coach does have a set of rules. There's 8 basic rules. On the surface, they're not hard to follow, but yet members break them every day. I break them on occasion myself, and then usually what happens is I end up losing money. Let me play coach's rules for you. These are very simple things to follow. You can either revisit this video later after we're done broadcasting, because it's all of them are available for review, or you can take notes while these are playing right now and see what you want. Let me play Coach's rules for you. Again, paid members, you won't hear this.
Some of the rules. Okay, somebody, perfect question. You're asking the right questions. I like it already. I'm new here. What are the rules? That's what I'm talking about. So again, right, some of the most basic rules so I can help you guys. Think about this. Stop losses on each and every trade. What does that do? Keeps you from losing your accounts, right? Not hard. Paper trade only when you're a new trader. It makes sure you're not blowing up your accounts. You're not obviously ready for this. Am I right? Think about it. Every rule I have is not make money, it's keep your money. Don't trade in the first 3 minutes or the last 8 minutes of the day. It's the hardest time of the day. I've been doing this 33 years. It's very hard. I get chopped up all the time and I'm like, ooh, it looks good. Oh, it looks good. Oh, I'm going to do it again. Oh, stop. I'm doing it to protect you, right? If you're a new trader, don't trade in the first 30 minutes because it is the most volatile, right? Until we get the shift change when volume comes in again at 10 o'clock. Because why? The very beginning is like this. Yo, 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 yo. Typically, after the first 30 minutes, it will try to decide which way do I want to go today. I'm avoiding you getting wrecked, right? Last hour of the day is power hour, high volume, hedge fund managers making the things happen, trying to get markets to move the way that they want. I'm telling you to stay out of it. So if you're like, well, I keep getting burned up, why are you doing it? Right? Journal. It's for your own mental strength so that you can see what you are doing on a daily, consistent basis. That's all it is for. Did I trade it right or did I trade it wrong? What should I have done? What could I do better? That is what it's for, right? It's your homework every day. You guys can go back and review your trades and go over your journal and what should I have done right there and why did that not work out? It will help you, right? You're strengthening your brain and you're getting rid of your own stuff. Small position sizes. I say that because usually when you go in too large, your emotions take over. You're not trading robotically. You're not trading the trades. You'll end up blowing up your accounts, right? That's when we make a lot of mental mistakes is all the difference was we're going in too big. Let the runners run and stop out the losers. Again, notice the stop part is the most important. Stop out the losers so you don't continue to lose money. If you find yourself in these bleed out sessions, oh, well, I hope. Oh, it's going to come back. Oh, we'll see. Oh, it's coming down to support. Oh, it broke that support. Maybe this next, oh, stop. Draw a line in the sand. Use the stop. And then when you guys go green, right? Like, oh, I'm up 100. I'm taking that. That's my daily. That's what I told myself. That's what I told myself. If I can make 100, I'm going to take that. It could have turned into 2,000. Why are you taking 100? Let the runners run. I notice I never said take all the runners off the table. Never said that. I've never said that in my life. We use the shedding technique. We collect as it goes. We take off as it goes because that way we are guaranteeing locking in realized profits. Remember, nothing is realized until you actually click, right, the sell button. All these rules are in place, ladies and gentlemen. They're there to help you. If you can't do these very basic things we talk about, right, how are you going to advance? Stop saying, woe is me. Stop saying, I don't get it. Stop saying, I'm not a good trader. I guess I'm never going to get it. Yeah, because you can't follow my basic rules. They're there for a reason. Again, follow the freaking rules, right? And listen, I know when I get on you guys, I don't get to sell anything and I don't get to make any money. And it's just, I don't care. I need you guys to understand so that you guys can get ahead in life. This is what we're doing this for, right? So when I'm in this mode, right? And again, like, oh, I'm not listening to any of this. You need to listen to all this. This is where the secret sauce. This is the golden nuggets, not the coach, just call out that runner. That isn't going to do you any good, right? It doesn't matter. There's 8 million people in this room. We could call out stuff all day long. You could just hear us shouting stuff. That isn't going to help anybody. If you don't know what to do with it, what good does it matter if one is up or one is down? That means nothing to anybody if you don't know how to handle it. You might get lucky and catch a momentum, and you're like, oh, I'm a great trader, and you just keep getting out a million times. It's because it's been going in the same direction all damn day, right? Can you duplicate it? Can you recreate the process every day consistently? This is all about consistency, okay?
And there you go. Listen to the sound of Coach's voice, right? You want to be able to be successful, right? Listen to the basic rules. All right. Paid members, do we have anything going on over there in TikTok as far as questions?
Not yet, just garnering some interest. We've got some folks that are looking at joining
Okay.
paid access for the additional training. Liberty Prime over on TikTok.
Well,
It's good to hear.
congratulations. Yeah, congratulations on arriving at that point. You want to step it up and get that additional training. Look forward to you. When you do, by the way, for those of you that go over to our free Discord or join and grab one of our memberships, you will receive, once you're done registering, you will receive an email. So check your email. That'll give you a lot of, what it is basically a get quick start email. Here, go look at these, do this, and do that to help speed up your process a little bit, right? So once you purchase a membership, go and check your email. If you don't happen to see it in there, check your spam mail. Your spam filter might catch it. Depends, right? So if you don't see an email from American Dream Trading pretty quickly after purchasing a membership or joining us in any way, go check your spam. It might have got filtered out, right? Put in your junk mail type of thing. As always, anytime you sign up for something new, always check your spam mail if you don't see the email that you're looking for. So good. It's good to hear. Tell them you came from the future. They're like, what? I come from the future. Greetings, humanoids. Oh. All right. What do we got going on? Any questions? Who's got a question?
Mark, you're such a goofball.
I know I am.
You're so good though. You do an awesome job. You really are good. Yeah, I don't know how you can talk that long. I can't even talk that long.
Red Bull. Red Bull.
Oh, there you go. All right.
No, I don't drink
You
that
do a
crap.
great job though. You really do. It's
Oh,
because you
thank you.
enjoy it. You
Thank
enjoy
you,
it. You can
C-Mac.
tell.
Thank
Oh,
you,
thanks.
C-Mac. You're so
yeah,
sweet.
thanks. Oh, thanks.
Oh.
Aw.
Oh, group hug, virtual hug.
Virtual hug. Oh.
That's one of our paid members, C-Mac. She's a sweetie. Very successful
Yeah.
trader in her own right. And
Yeah.
she's experienced the ups and downs of trading also, haven't you? Over time. You've seen the highs and experienced the lows.
Today I
Right?
experienced, I'd finally gotten, I got off my bad run because of my personal life. Don't trade when you've got crap going on in your head and you don't even realize it, but just don't trade when things are bad because you will lose. And if you don't right away, you will eventually because it's just your head, it gets in the way. So I finally got back and I was doing good again. And then today, SPY just got me today.
Well,
So,
it's volatile. Yep.
yeah,
She
I
does.
mean, it took my profits from yesterday. It took that, so at least that's a wash, kind of.
Yep. And she
Yeah.
brings up a valid point. Whenever you're going through an illness or family issues or job issues, things that bring stress into your life, whether it's a physical stress or a mental stress, you didn't get enough sleep. When you're not feeling yourself, that's the last thing you want to do is go throw money into the stock market because
Right.
they will gladly take it from you. And the
And
reason
when
is
someone like Coach tells you don't trade, listen, don't go, yeah, okay, like I did. Yeah, okay, I'll be fine. Yeah.
right. Yeah, everything's
Yeah.
good
'Cause you
because
don't
Christina?
realize it. You don't even realize.
you make
It's
poor
just messes
decisions.
with your
Christina,
head. Yes. Hi.
you are my inspiration not to do
Aw.
things because
Well,
every
thanks.
time I do. I mean, and please don't take you. Please do not take this the wrong way.
Oh
I
no.
don't. I shouldn't say don't take this the wrong way, but you know what? I think we have similar personalities because I was speaking to Coach earlier, and he made a comment, and I'm like, oh my god, he said this to Christina not long ago.
What
And
did he say? What did he knew what you were up to? Something like that.
I made a comment about something I did, and he goes, "You have like a gambler instinct."
Oh yeah, he says that to me. He knows because you
Yeah,
know what I've been
and
doing the
he,
past few nights. I've been gambling on my phone, and I'm ahead. I'm ahead by like $400, so I won't stop.
Yeah,
and
Yeah,
stop that.
so yep. And
yeah,
so he's like, and I was just listening, and I'm like, because I said to him, you mentioned to Christina, and I think I've said this to you when he told you why is your risk higher than your
yep,
tolerance higher than your reward, and I'm
yep.
like, damn it, that's me. And then I have Mark on the other side, and my other side of my head, on my other shoulder, saying $10 at a time, $10 at a time, and save them, and
Yep,
coach, protect your
yep,
profits.
yep. Listen to
Yep.
them because
Funny.
they know, they
But then I
know.
have the Christina instinct. So you are my inspiration that I know I can do this because I've seen you do it, and
Yeah, I have done it. I did it really well too.
You
And as I
still
told
stay
him,
are.
I said it
positive
doesn't.
so that way I can follow your footsteps.
I said it doesn't feel real when it happened, and I just felt like it was all going to get taken away. I didn't know I was going to just throw it away. Well, I didn't throw all of it away, but you know what I'm saying. Like it just, I lost that groove for a little while. I got it back though. I got it back.
Yeah.
Today was just a fluke. Today was tough with Spy. Today was tough.
Yeah. I mean,
So
sometimes we're our own worst enemy, and then there's forces that we have no control over, right, to cause us to
exactly.
lose money. So
Yeah.
you treat
Well,
each trade as a single trade, and you move on, whether it was good or bad, right?
yeah. Yeah. You got to get over it. Like coach says, 5 minutes to cry. Not even 5 minutes. I say just, you got to get over it. Once you get out of that trade and you feel better, and then just walk away, get over it and start over the next day. Just get over it. And cause there's nothing you can do. It's gone.
Yeah.
You got to just, yeah,
And that's easier said than done. But you
I
you
know.
do you do learn to develop. You will develop calluses in trading, mental calluses, right?
Yeah.
You'll learn not to let those type of things bother you. Do you sit there
Yeah.
all day and say, "Well, I made $3 on that trade, boy, I'm so happy I made $3, $3." But
Right.
we don't think like that, right? We don't think the
No.
positive. We think, "Oh my God, I lost $3. I lost $3. How
Yeah.
could I be so dumb? I lost $3." Right? So
Definitely puts a certain kind of cold in you.
it
Makes
does,
it,
right? And
yeah, it
so you
does.
have to learn, and you will learn over time. We all do. We all go through it. I'm not any
Yeah.
different. I'm the same way. I've lost lots of money, right? And I've made lots of money. So
Yeah. There is no
it's but
success without failure
yeah.
because you don't
So,
And
learn.
I'm back
Yeah.
to my no trading. I'm back to my no trading phase because you know what? Between my margin account, cash account, and futures account, I have $43
okay,
Oh,
well, it's okay.
yeah,
because
that's all
I
right.
blew it
You'll
up.
get there. You'll get there. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Base
It's
hits.
And
probably 42 more than somebody else has, you know? So there's
Right.
always somebody
yeah,
worse than you.
yeah,
Yep.
I just don't want to reinvest in it again for until I get my, get out of my own head, as you
Right.
guys said.
Exactly.
Well, some of us want to run before we learn how to walk, right? How does that work
Yep,
out? We
I'm
had
still running.
yep.
I think it
Still
was
running.
Mazda said yesterday, or so one of the members said on YouTube, "I want to run before I learn to walk." So yeah, there's a
Hmm.
there's a method to every madness. So
Especially
all
when it
right,
comes to money. You definitely want to run
Mark,
before you walk.
yes, Doug, you had your hand up.
Vinny would really love to talk about gasoline, but before we get there, can you help me with the Bitcoin contract, the nano Bitcoin contract? Doesn't read
Yeah,
like the other ones, and I just want to make sure I'm
you know why
reading
Vinny
this
wants to
correctly.
talk about gasoline, right? Because he's old
Yeah.
and he's always got gas. That's the only reason Uncle Vinny wants to talk about gas.
He loves
But
it.
yeah, he does. But yes,
So
Vinny, what you do?
the contract for nano Bitcoin, as I'm
Oh,
looking at it
Nano.
on CME site, yeah,
Hang on here.
it says the increment is $5. When I look at the
Yes.
tick value in Weeble, it says 0.01 tick value or point value. How is it paying out
It's
exactly?
every 5. I'm just saying that off the top of my head because that's what I know.
Yeah, so every
Um,
$5 it's paying out. But what is it?
yes,
Is it only 5 cents per move per contract?
50 cents, I believe.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it's 50
It's,
cents
it's
because
50
one time I
cents
had a
for
yeah.
right. Um,
Well,
it's
that's where I'm getting
$30 to
confused.
trade one contract during the day,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Hang on here. Let me pop up my doohickey here real quick. Let's see. So
Oh, look at that! I could have traded that today.
yeah, You can, but you got to be careful with it. It'll rip your face. I've almost jumped in it today. You want to make sure you're getting doing that kind of crypto stuff on news. Yeah,
Yep.
see, Nano Bitcoin pays 5 cents on every $5. Okay,
Yeah,
so
5 cents.
the tick,
So I'm
yes,
reading that correctly. Yeah, yeah.
yes, yep.
And
So
then
every
the
five you get.
micro pays 50 cents.
Yes. Also
Yeah.
costs a lot
Okay.
more,
Very good.
right? It also costs a
Yeah,
lot.
for sure.
No, the mic. Oh, that's Ethernet. Yeah, yeah. It's 50 cents for the micro. Yep.
Yeah.
As a general rule, your micros are a tenth of the big boys, right? The nano is a special one that they came out with. For every $5, you get 5 cents. So, but it's priced at really low. It's 30. I think it's matter of fact. I think it isn't it. I believe it's the least expensive contract you can trade. Is one contract in Nano Bitcoin futures with Webull is $30.
Yes, that's very true because that's all the money I had. About 3 weeks ago, I had done the same thing with my account, but I was excited because I fell asleep because it was going up kind of slow.
Hmm.
But I made 21 bucks.
Yeah, yeah. I've made a
That
few
sounds
bucks off
familiar.
it. Yeah,
Falling asleep.
yeah. So always trade with a stop, especially in well anything, but especially I mean this is very volatile too, right? It can have
Well,
some very
what stopped me out on this one, Mark, was the market because it was at towards the end of the day. So I didn't have enough in my account, so it stopped me out because
oh okay.
know,
Yeah,
so that's how I made the 21 bucks.
I'm gonna try something here real quick. I've been trying to alternate way getting into my TikTok account. Try this one more time. Live. I'm holding up my camera to my other screen. All right. Anyway, I'll figure it out later. DJ Vinny, Uncle Vinny as we call him. Man's old. He's always got gas. He likes to trade gas for some reason. I don't know why, but yes, gas pays very well actually. Um, that'd be RB for gasoline futures. He loves trading these. He has a great time trading. Matter of fact, I didn't really pay much attention to it. As you can see, I have a few lines, so I have charted this sorta. Not enough on there for how it moves. But what is your question there, Mr. Vinny? Somebody wants to read that to me.
He didn't really have a question. He's just been saying, let's look at it. Let's look at it. Let's look at it. So
Okay, I looked at it. That's it. That's all you wanted. Are you serious?
he's not typing anything yet.
He probably fell asleep at his keyboard. He's old, it might be nap time. Yeah. Blood sugar might be low. He might have fell asleep. Oh, we make fun of him. But it's all right. He can dish it out and take it too. So
He wants us to walk through a trade.
walk through a trade on gas.
Apparently.
Well, I would
You having a
enter this
volume right now?
trade. I don't know. Pull up the. Let's see what the L2 is showing right now. I don't know I'm not that familiar with. Again, I say I'm not familiar because I haven't put the time in to become familiar. Is the L2 moving? No. I think I could enter a trade right now and it might be the same price 10 minutes from now by the looks of it.
Mark, I think you're very familiar with gas.
Yes, I am too. Thank you,
I know you
Christina.
are.
I knew
You're welcome.
the old boomer would come in there and joke.
Yeah.
Actually, me and Vinny are about the same age, so I still call him. I think he's slightly older than me, so I always tease him that way. He's the old guy. But speaking of old guys, we have members. I'm telling you, American Dream Trading has members from 18 years old clear up to 80, if not even more than that. And the only reason I know we have some that age is because I've heard them tell us that. Can't recall anybody saying anything much above 80. If there is, I haven't heard it, but they might be. All right, so if I was going to evaluate this trade on the limited information that I have here, and again, I'm not happy with my charting that I have because this moves in micro pennies. That's why we need a little bit more. All my indicators, where's my VWAP? VWAP's down here, my 200 MA's down there. This is in an upward trend temporarily. So it's way above these. I'm not concerned about that. That's not an issue unless the price drops. Then I'll have to deal with that. I'm above the 9, the 21, and the 55. I'm coming up to this level. So if I'm just now coming into this game here and looking at this, am I going to enter this trade? I can enter this trade. How much is one of these? How much one of these contracts, Vinny? I haven't. Let me see here. Check my little handy dandy reference sheet that I made. I think I put that on there. It's quite. Well, it's about 1,800.
They high.
So to 2,000. Just say two. I could do 20 on this, right? Not 20. 10. Duh. I'm not very good at math. Okay. So if I was going to do 10 contracts on this, I'm still going. Oh, wait, market order. I am going to wait. What do I say every day in here? What am I waiting on when I come to a new level?
See if it's gonna break.
Break and hold.
Break and hold. There we go. Since I'm just now late to the party, right? If I had entered in what I should have back here on the CWO, I would have been a lot better. So I'm looking maybe take a quick scalp on this. So, but before I do, I want to
Hey,
see this
Mark.
break and hold. Yes, sir.
Before you jump into that, he says make sure you're looking at the right one.
Sorry.
RBH.
I'm in RB. I'm in the big boy one.
Yeah.
The ticker is just different on Weeble than it is on
That's what I'm saying. It just
Hey,
Let
Ralph.
me look.
Hey.
it's the same chart. What's going
RB.
on?
Yeah, I
Christine?
just have RB. I don't deal with this. I mean, RBH, yes, it will be the same thing, but RBH 1. Nope. I don't know that it has that. That the one you want me on there, DJ Vinny?
that the one, Vinny?
Probably
That's
is.
the right one. Yeah,
It's the same
that's
one.
the same thing. Yeah.
Same thing. This is just
Yep.
the
That's the
2025.
actual contract. The other one
That's
is
the
continuous
actual
chart.
contract, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. The continuous chart is the one that you got the lines on, and that's the one that the training is on.
Yeah. Let me go back to the one that I have charts on. It's the same chart, right?
Mm-hmm.
There we go. So there's one I have. So what am I waiting on? If I'm going to enter this, I'm waiting on break and hold till I can see what's going on here. Now, while I come over here and look at my L2, because I don't know what's going on, right? I am going to come over here and look. And it's a different contract, so I might have to go back to the other one. This is RB main, and this is a different price, so I will have to go back to the other contract. I hate it when Vinny's right. He just gets on me. RB. Let's see. Nope. Why is that? That's not the same one. Weeble, TradingView has different numbers than what. Figure out which one. Here it is. B1, right? Same one I was just on.
By the time you figure it out, the market's gonna close.
Yeah, market will be closed by then. Just because RBH. There we go. There we go. That still don't match my L2. RB. Main. Gasoline, that's April contracts. Why does it want to pull up April's and these are March contract? Yeah, it doesn't let me pick a particular one there. But anyway, let's just say I don't have the L2 because I'm not totally dependent on that, right? If I didn't have the L2, I wouldn't be looking at it anyway. So what I have going on up here, I have a double top up here that I got to watch out for. So it came up here. So my up might be limited up to there today. I don't know. It is the end of the day. I don't know how gas even trades this time of the day because I'm not an active participant in this Is this a great time to buy gas with volume? I don't know. I'm running out of time. That I do know. So if I enter this trade this late and I take a loss, I don't have time to recover. Now, can I do a quick short maybe and play this down to here, right? That's a limit order anyway. I play off the bounce off the 9. If it pulls below that, I can play that. So there's different potentials that I can do here, right? So as a scalper, I'm going to see if this bounces off the 9. If it does, I might go ahead and just take that bounce up and see if I can make a few dollars. Right, there's my stop. Down there, one contract. This thing's sitting there. It's sitting there. See, now I'm not getting any data on there. What am I at? Well, I'm on a 2-minute chart for one thing. Let me get that on one. Ooh, that's really ugly on a 2-minute or 1 minute. See, there's not enough volume here. If I put this on a 1-minute chart, like I'm scalping, look at all these dots, right? Because there's not that much volume there. So I look at it a little bit higher here. Apparently the L2 is linked to the wrong, to this, not this contract. You can see it shows I'm losing money, even though I'm clearly ahead here on my chart, right? So
It's kind of like a currency pair. It's probably like
Yeah.
yeah,
Does the
you got to
DOM
get
show anything?
you got to have the right contract loaded up here, and this one's not it. See, this is the 207 over here. What my Weeble's linked to is showing 229. So I do have the wrong contract that I'm trading on here. So
No,
thanks,
I
Vinny.
just meant your DOM might help you with
Oh,
something that might be showing up on your current TV chart.
yeah, don't. This is just not matching. This is one of them weird occasions where TradingView is not loading up the same contract that Weebles is. But you know what? I can fix that. I can just go over here, right? This is easy, and trade it this way. I don't have to use my. I can go over here, right? Put in RB, right? RB, RB main. Now I have my L2 is probably matched up to that. There we go, 229, 229. So now I have the same prices on this chart as I did earlier. So let me put this on a 2-minute. The only problem is I don't have any lines on here, right? Now what do I see here? If I'm evaluating this trade from scratch, okay? I got VWAP up here. That's going to limit my upside. I got the 200 MA, which is also going to limit my upside. And I'm trapped between that and a 9. So would I enter this trade? No, it's trash. There's no way I would touch this right now until this. Now I can make a few bucks if this happens to get above the 9, because gasoline actually pays out pretty good in these little micro moves. So I could always make a few dollars there, right? In between then there and that, right? So I can enter a trade there. If this pops up, I'll make money, right? If I don't, then I'm going to be out 25 bucks maybe. So right now, obviously, this has zero volume. This does want to come up to 229.50 level, which is right up here. So right now, there's a big seller up here that wants to sell. But you can see there's just no volume. This is not moving. It looks like my screen's froze.
And it's pretty expensive.
Well, it is, but the payout
Yeah.
is also very,
That's what I'm
very
saying.
nice.
Exactly. The payout
Yeah.
is good, but it'll
Yes.
rip your face off if it goes the wrong way.
Correct. Right. And that's
Yeah.
a risk to reward type of thing. Look at that pull. Doggone if any made me lose money. See that? But that's how your stops work. It stopped me out from losing more money because there's not enough volume. Once that order did fill, it was a whoop, right? Just pays on the 4th digit, if I'm not mistaken. Look here, RB, my handy dandy reference chart. Because I don't know this off the top of my head. Yeah, it pays on the 4th digit. So when this goes up from 4.6 to 4.7 per contract, I would make $4.20. Okay, that's a lot, but you got to also take into account it doesn't move all that much dramatically in one day. But look at this candle here. That says 39, and this is what, 50. So that's an 11 point move times, that would have been 45 bucks, right? Just from that one candle that I could have made, right, on one candle. So it doesn't. It pays well, but it's also can be a face ripper. Let's put it that way, right? Big moves like this. Now, if you in it, you enter in. Key entry is always the key, right? If I had one in a short over here, once it broke below the 9, if I would have been, I could have rode that down. But look how much volatility is involved in that. There's $40 down, money making $40 loss, $40 down. Up and down, up and down. So you have to learn it. And I would not jump in and trade this. I would paper trade this for a week or two before I would even consider trading it, just due to the nature of the movements on it. So even though I'm an experienced trader, right, if you want to call it that, not really that experienced. I've only been doing this for 2 years, but I understand and have a good grasp on the things. I would still not risk my real account just jumping in here like, oh, look, it looks like it's a good trade. Could I trade that? Yeah, but I don't know how this particular contract works. So I like to paper trade something. In other words, practice my trades on things that I'm not at all familiar with. It's not that I don't have the skills to trade this chart. I can once I get more lines on here, but I don't even have that. So I would not enter into this as a real money trade personally. Thanks, Vinny. That was a real time waste.
And you got to take a account for, like, it's gas, so you don't just wake up in the morning and you was paying $2 for gas, and then the next morning you paying $4. It moves up. If you're
Slowly.
paying $2.29 a day, tomorrow you might be paying $2.32 or
Yeah,
something like that.
correct.
So,
Yeah, it's going to move pennies a day. I mean, that's a lot because they pay in, thousandths of a penny, right?
right.
Every thousandth. This goes from 37 to 38. I just made, what did I say, $4, 4.20,
Mhm.
right? But you can
The
see it
ticket
does this,
value is
right?
good.
Yeah, but it works both ways also, right? So,
It's
um,
something you got to be passionate about. Vinny is passionate about gasoline. I've heard him talk about it.
yeah. Well, he
Um,
has. He does. He's been playing around with it for a while.
he's our gasoline specialist.
Yeah, he's got a lot of gas. What time is it? It's getting short in the day here, isn't it? Not. We're getting into that power hour. So if we want to watch things that's actually going to move, we want to watch the indices, right? This S&P 500, the Qs. See, I still want to call them the Qs because I trade stock options. This Nasdaq 100, right? And the Russell 2000. Those are your three big indicators, right? That's where you're going to see the most volatility, with the Nasdaq being the most volatile. The Russell has an average movement of $1.30 per candle on this time frame. The Nasdaq has an average of about almost 11 per candle in the 2-minute chart, and also in a 2-minute on the S&P. It's about $3. Okay, so you can see you're going to get a lot of more volatility up and down with the Nasdaq. Oh, look at that. Who didn't tell me about this trade? I'm going to, oh, look at that. Look at that beautiful trade. Broke above the 9. Look at that. Oh, my Lord. Look at that money. Missed out on that, didn't we? Well, that's what you give up when you're training, right? No,
And the Qs pay well too.
yeah, that's a 233 tick movement. Hey, Ralph, how much is a 233 tick movement worth? Well, let me consult my handy dandy chart. On
Isn't
that,
that like 500
It's
bucks?
half.
50
It's
cents a
half
tick.
or whatever.
50
Yeah.
cents a tick. So that's $100 move just from there to there on one little contract. Imagine if you had 5 of them or 10 of them, right? Yep. So that's what I'd say it was 200 something, right? So that's $100 easy right there to there. One
Chase
contract,
Morton, you
which
been
would have
doing all
cost
right?
you would have had to only have $122 in your account to be able to trade that on one contract. Look at it. That's still going up. Now, do I expect to keep doing this? No, I expect people to start taking profit. Look at this level up here. See how much this channeled up here earlier? Look where it's at. I expect it gets up here. I would look for a bounce right here. I'm not saying it's going to, right? Don't hang me on anything, but I would say that a potential bounce zone right there, based on what I see over here, right? It didn't like this level. It come down here trying to pull back through it till it broke through. I would say let's look for a pullback right here. You could get volume and blow right through it, right? Maybe that's why we don't form biases. We trade the trade that's in front of us. However, I would think that this potentially could pull back, right? Just
Yeah,
because
that
it's
is
at
a
that
resistance.
area.
Yeah.
So, will it? I don't know. It's very unpredictable in especially the last 15 minutes of the day. The beginning of the day and the end of the day, your two most volatile times of the day, the most dangerous, if you want to say, right? Of being easier to wreck your account by trading at this time of the day. If you know what you're doing and you're very experienced, yes, you can make money at this time of the day, right? So, um, you know, I could very well come over here and, well, it's at a critical level. Is it going to go up? Well, it looks like it is right now, right? I'll wait till it gets up here because this is another level. It may actually reject off up here. So if I want to look into maybe doing something like that, maybe I could take advantage of that opportunity, right? A double top, right? Supports at the top, right? So I may be loaded up for bear here and could very well get into this trade, right? If I wanted to. What's going on? This ain't loading up here. Is that not highlighting? Oh. See that? Wasn't highlighting in my buy button. What's going on here? Oh, I see why. I've used up all my play money. I need to reset that. I've been clicking so much. I used up all my play money. Let me reset my account. There we go. Now I got money again. Oh, look at that. Now I can play again. Yeah, if you ever get that, there is a reset button to reset your account. So
Just like the government.
just like the government, free money. Look at that.
Christina, you in that trade, ain't you?
No, I'm not actually. I'm
Oh, sorry.
about to write in my journal. I'm gonna close out my spy trades in a few minutes.
Did you hear that,
That's it.
Mark? She said she's about to write in her what? A
What?
journal.
In their journal.
Yeah, I am. I'm gonna write my journal. Yeah, I got some notes to take. Write myself a love letter. The next time I screw up.
There we go.
How you
I typed
doing?
the wrong number up there. That's why I was trying to buy way more than what that count would let me. See how it's hanging up here? This could very well pull back, or they're thinking about pushing it higher, right? So I can go in here and do a short. I can do it different ways, right? I can use my DOM and just go this way. And if this decides to pull back, fine. If this decides to go up through, I might jump on it for a quick scalp in and out, right? Boom, it's breaking through a little bit right there. If this moves back at all, I'm getting out of this trade, right? I got my finger on the button. I'm not going to play games. If this pulls back down to that line, I'm out. I'm willing to take a little bit of why this bebops it around, but I'm not going to sit here now moving my thing around just so you can see it better. But there, so right now I'm in a long position. If this don't work out, I'll exit this trade. I'm looking for a break and hold, but I'm gaming the little bit because of the time of the day. This may shoot very well up there. As you can see here, this is showing you in real time what I would be making on this, right? So I got to wait for that to break through. If it's not, I'm going to reverse my position and go the other way. If it starts to break and pull the other way, if people start to sell off, is there something up here that, see, right here, I didn't look over here. See, there's a level there that because I didn't have improper charting there. I didn't have my chart out. Again, do I want that type of line on my chart? No, but that's what was loaded up. So I'm going to leave it there for a minute. So I didn't look across to see there was a level there. So I'm going to get out of this. If that thing flashes green at all, I'm selling it, right? Because it's got to hit that, break through that level. All right.
There
Oh,
you go.
there you go. See how I
Oh
locked
no,
that in?
did you exit out?
Yeah, I
No.
got $57
you did?
on that trade,
Oh,
right?
you got it. Oh, you did get it.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah.
Good.
Right. I'm in another one, and I've chased candles now, right? But I got my finger on the button here. Look at that. There's 50, there's 40, there's 27. You're going to break through that level. This is the craziness of this time of day. I'm doing a pure scalp in and out. I'm locking in. There it is. I just locked in $60. I can do this again if this thing decides to move that way again.
Love trading at the end of the day and the first
Well,
couple
that's how
minutes.
you wreck your account too, right? Very easy to
Mm-hmm.
wreck your account. That's why I do not trade this time of the day. Why am I doing this? Because it's not real money. Now I'm trying to make good trades. Okay, don't get me wrong. I'm trying to show you that you can do this, but it's a hard thing to do.
You gotta be quick.
Wait,
You
is
got to
that
be
a new
quick,
high
right?
day for NQ? What like that's a new high of
847
the
is
day?
the high a day probably.
Yeah.
So that's the other problem, right?
And you know, they had a really big pull on the market probably about when we first started training. Well, I was late today because I was burnt out. So.
I'm going to take a short on this, and I think it's
Today there
going to
was a
pull back. Look at
huge
that.
pull on
See
SPY.
that? I'm making
Yeah.
money going down now, right? Now I'm up 37. I'm up 40, right? This is just bebopping around. It's not really in a downtrend. It's in an uptrend, but I'm playing on the candle pulling back, right? So I can get in here and boom, there I just locked in money there, right? Based just on the candle movement. So people that are good at doing this, they do make money with this, but I don't trade because this is a surefire way to wreck your account. Okay. The coach warns against that was one of his rules that I played earlier, right? Don't trade at this time of the day. And that's for this very reason. Look at that movement on that, right? That is huge. So
I mean,
now,
you never know what it's gonna do, but that would have been a cool reverse move.
correct. Right. You don't know. This could
Yeah.
drop just as fast as it went up. Taking a short here because it's at this critical level. I'm just going to see if I can snatch a couple bucks. It comes down, and of course they decided to try to push it up. But I'm going to give it a second. I'm not going to sit here all day. I'm going to get out of it as quick as I can if I need to. Right. I'm down 30 bucks right now on this trade, right on 5 contracts. But I'm at this level here. You know, as I want to go up, I might just call it a day and get out of it. Right. Wait for it to pull back. I'm seeing right here they're fighting to pull it back down. Right. But it's right now they're just fighting. They're standing toe to toe as far as the price here. Let me get my NASDAQ up here too while I'm thinking of it. Go. See which way this is going. Yeah, see, I took my eye off. This is why you don't trade. See, I took my eye off looking down here that fast. Look how much it went up on me in that amount of time. Right. So now, see, that's way too much money to lose. So I got out of that. I took the loss on purpose. Right. You got to draw a line in the sand when you get out of a trade. Right. You got to trade robotically and then unemotionally. Right. You can't get upset that you lose money in a trade. You move on and you make another one. Right. Again, now here's another level, plus it's at a high, right? So I'm not going to try to trade the upside on that. If anything, I'm going to wait for a downside. May not be one. It may pop up for a brief second up here to the new high, right? Up high of the day. So that's its own level that it created just because of that, right? Actually, it went up to
And that's
847.
coach's favorite trade.
Right. So that's considered a strong level because it would have to break that, right? So now I'm at 53. I'm at 6 minutes left in the day for trading, right? Can you capitalize us? I just want you to see that this could go against you in a hurry, right?
I just want to see what's gonna happen. Yeah.
Right. So, I think it's teetering here a little bit too long. I'm willing to go take I'm going against the grain, which you should never do.
Oh,
Oh, look at
oh,
that. See what
oh.
happens when you go against the trend, right? Look how much money that would cost if I'd have done it in real life, right? It is going to try to break a new high, right? So,
Mhm.
but it's too late now, right? I would have to exit out of this trade. Again, I never trade this time of day for that very reason. These type
Hour
of
for
things
you.
happen. Yes, I know better. See how much money you can lose in a hurry, especially if you're not paying attention. I'm leaving that on there just so you can see how much that because
I'm
it
gonna
teetered
change
there
the
and then it
name to
shot up.
Bow
Look how,
Wow to
yeah,
Stranger Things.
literally less than 30 seconds, boom, right? Now, obviously, all I have to do is click out to get out of that, right? So, I can go like that, take my loss, and get out of town, right? Now it's way up there. How many minutes I got left, right? Oh, it's teetering
Broke
there.
5 minutes.
broke trend, broke 2 critical levels. I mean, holy
Yep.
smokes, this thing's
Wow.
going crazy.
Yep. I bought in just above
Lovely.
that level to see if it holds there. That again, this is a gambling here. This has nothing to do with trading. This is pure gambling, and I don't participate in that. I'm just playing around a little bit. That's all. But just to show you, that one candle move there was hundreds of dollars in losses, right? That's why it's very dangerous for inexperienced traders to do that, right? Now, if I'd have went long, obviously I would have made a couple $100 there, right? Went, oh, he's the world's greatest trader. Look at that, right? Now I'm going short up here. It's at the top. So if this pulls back, I'm going to be the world's greatest trader, right? Because it went down again. This is just pure insanity to trade like this, right? Unless you know what you're doing. And I can come up here and take profit right there, boom, right? Lock in that profit at that level. But this is the problem with trading at this time of the day. You really don't know. Wow, look at SPY did the same. Move my line by accident. There we go. Doing the same
Yes,
thing.
Spy
Oh,
just
look,
made me $67.
there you go. Look, it's
Yep.
I got a line on here at a critical level, right? Look at
Yep,
that right there.
Top and
Where did
that's
it
snap.
right.
bounce from? Historical line, right? How
Yep,
crazy is that?
craziness.
Crazy. That's
Crazy.
crazy, I'm telling you. Crazy.
Crazy shit right there.
Mhm. So, right? I can go short because it went up that high, right? So, again, trading the chart. But the problem at the end, see, one of the problems at the end of the day is because there's such a rapid buying and selling at the end of the day, even though we do have lines here and stuff, it happens so fast and it's so violent in the movement, it'll blow right by where you think it normally would in a normal trading. 2 hours ago, it wouldn't have done that, right? But because there's so much volume, so much money exchanging hands right now, you never know what to do. Look now, I'm up $50. Oh, I'm the world's greatest trader. Whoopie ding, right? It's fake money. But it's just it had that big rise. Now people are selling off. It's just not a good time to trade unless you know what you're doing. If you're a very experienced trader, it can be very profitable. And we do have members that trade bigly during this time because they've been doing it for a long time. I don't I don't have that desire to wreck my account on trying to make a couple bucks at the end of the day because I know I can do it during a different part of the day and get the same results rather than trying to do something risking. The risk factor goes up so much more, right? At the end of the day, so I just assume not do it. That's one of the coach's rules I listen to. So it's the same way as trading on earnings. If Tesla comes out with their earnings today and it's really good, the price of Tesla and all the news is good, it could go to the moon, right? You can make a boatload of money. But if you enter a trade before you're supposed to, and Tesla comes out with bad earnings, right, and bad outlook, the price crashes. So it's just it's a dangerous play. Now there's straddles and strangles and hedging your bets like that to do those type of things. That's a whole different trading strategy. I'm in here trying to make a dollar. If it goes up a dollar, if it drops a dollar, it goes a dollar. Now, see the Russell, because it's a small cap stock, it doesn't have near the volatility as something like the tech sector does or the S&P 500. And quite frankly, it's not traded as heavily. I mean, it's still traded heavily, but not near what these are. So you usually don't have that volatility all at one time. It has its days. We've made a lot of good money off of Russell. I do enjoy trading it, right? I traded IWM. I have extensively traded this, the futures part of it. Then you got your gold, and you got your oil. What are they doing? Well, they don't care, right? Because they're not that heavily traded. So a lot of these things trade a lot less in the last half of the day, right? You can always count on the indices being volatile. So I do thank everybody for being here. We're here every day from 2 to 4. We do have the aftermarket show with Dawn. It starts here in about an hour. You go over to our YouTube channel, and it starts at 5 p.m. Eastern time for more training and education and hanging out, and chit-chatting and talking. And heck, you might even find Christina over there also. But yeah, you'll be able to interact there. It's a different type of program. I think you'll enjoy it. Unlike me, Dawn actually has a personality. So anyway, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different over there. I enjoy it. I pop in there occasionally. I don't pop in as much as I used to, just because of my lifestyle's changed a little bit here. So anyhow, thank you all for being here today. So whoever you run into today for the rest of the day, try to brighten up their day because you may not know what they're going through. So try to make somebody's day better. I will see you tomorrow, same time, same bat channel. See ya.